Hey, we are back and we are sipping simple. It's a gorgeous day in New Jersey, and today we're going to talk about sparkling wine. Everybody knows champagne. Champagne is fantastic. It has a place, but it can be expensive, and it certainly isn't for every day. They make sparkling wine all over the world. And today we're going to talk about some awesome champagne alternatives. We have Prosecco from Italy. From Spain, we have a delicious cava. We have Cremant from another one from France. And then sparkling wine can be made anywhere. It can be made in England. It can be made in California. So we're going to go through them all. And we're going to try and give you guys some alternatives that won't break the bank, some delicious alternatives for brunch, something to celebrate, and sparkling wine to be drunk every single day. All right, we're going to start with Prosecco. Prosecco is quintessentially Italian. It should be inexpensive. It should be bright. It should be fizzy, and it's going to have a little bit more sweetness, a little more fruit than a lot of the other sparkling wines we're going to talk about. This is fantastic at brunch. It's the perfect wine if you want to make a mimosa, if you're mixing it for any sort of brunch cocktail. I would always choose Prosecco. It's inexpensive, $12, $15. They do get a little bit higher, but you really don't have to spend any more than that, especially if you're going to mix it. The bubbles are going to be a little more aggressive, a little bigger, so more like a seltzer than a champagne, but you're still getting a good bottle of wine. You're still getting something that's fun. Definitely don't overthink your Prosecco picks. All right, next up we're going to talk about cava. Now, cava is going to be drier than a Prosecco. What does that mean exactly? So if Prosecco is a little sweeter, a little more fruit forward, cava is the opposite of that. So it has less sweetness, less fruit. It's going to dry out your mouth a little bit, but it's the opposite of sweet. So this is a Brut Reserve. That's almost the top of the scale as far as dryness. You have Brut, you have extra dry, and you have demi-sec. And Prosecco is going to come in somewhere around an extra dry for the most part, and a cava normally will be Brut, if not even a little higher. All right, next up we have a Cremant. This is going to be the closest thing we get to champagne. It's from France. It just happens to not come from the same Champagne region. Okay, so this one happens to be Cremant de Jura, so it comes from the Jura region. There's Cremant d'Alsace, Cremant de Loire, Cremant de Bourgogne. Basically any region in France that's going to have sparkling wine will have a Cremant from there. This one is going to be very dry. Because it's not coming from champagne, you are not paying champagne prices. So this is going to be the closest thing that you're going to get to a champagne without having to spend that money. All right, and we're going to finish up with sparkling wine from England. They can come from anywhere. California, South America, Australia. The thing to remember when you're selecting a sparkling wine, if it's not a Prosecco and it's not a cava, you want to make sure that you're just reading the label right. If you want something drier, go for a Brut. If you want something with a little bit more sweetness, go for an extra dry or a demi-sec. You just don't want to be disappointed when you open the bottle. All right, to wrap it up, we have a Prosecco from Italy. These are fantastic for mixing, great for brunch. This is definitely going to come in on the less expensive side. We have a cava from Spain. This is great by itself. It's definitely going to be on the drier side. We also have Cremant. This is going to be your closest alternative to champagne. Definitely a good bang for your buck. It's going to be a fraction of the price. And sparkling wine can come from anywhere, even England. Great ones from California. Sparkling wine should not just be for celebration.